Hey, welcome to the channel. If the audio is glitchy, I apologize. I tried my best in the editing program to get it straight. So, jumping right into this, the I put some pictures on the screen of what type of hardware I used. I used the 2.5-inch deck screws to put the 2x4s together, and I used the 1.25-inch screws to put the pieces of plywood on. I used 2-foot by 4-foot pieces of plywood for everything all around it. You'll see that I got 2 big pieces across the back, um, and then 2 vertical ones on the sides, and then 1 for the top, and then I just filled in the rest with the other pieces. On the front, you'll see that I make 2 big doors out of the same dimensions of plywood. I frame them out with some trim wood to reinforce them, and you can't see too much in the video of how I do it on the ground. I cut the pieces out, lay the plywood over top of it, and then screw it in through the plywood into the pieces. And then and then I put the doors up and then line up the hinges and get it all screwed together. It turns out pretty good for doors that are made from scratch. The reason I did that is I want full access to the coop, so for cleaning and getting in there to change things or do anything. Because with the old coop that I had, it had one small door, and it was very difficult to, you know, reach eggs in the back and stuff. Also, you'll see that I'll add a roosting pole, a water dispenser where they can peck at the nipples and get water, and then also a food dispenser. You might see that at the very end of this video. Yeah, and I insulated the coop because I did a heated floor. I used 30 feet of pipe wrap, heat wire, and zigzagged it. Now I'll put up a picture of that, and insulated that too to kind of reflect the heat up into the coop. So that way it will keep the water from freezing and the chickens can stay nice and toasty in there. And on that heat wrap wire, it has a thermostat on it that you can see in one of the pictures. It's orange with a black sensor. I protected that wire with plywood so that way the chickens wouldn't mess with it. Also made sure that when you do that thermostat, it's on the inside of the insulation. It has airflow around it, so when the chicken coop does warm up, it will kick off, so it isn't on all the time. And then on the roof, I did just the cheap shingles. And you'll see that when I tack them in, I'll leave pieces overhanging on the sides. Once you get your offset pattern across the top and get it all set up, and then I just trim the pieces on the sides down. So, oh, and the insulation that I put in there, I covered it up with those cheap floor stick-on tiles, and that was after I stapled the insulation in, put the tiles over top of it, and then I actually did longer staples through everything to hold the tiles in place and make sure they stay stick. Truck going by. Sorry. I'm outside when I'm recording this audio for this video. Sorry if it's noisy. So, because if you just do the insulation bare, the chickens might peck at it and pull it apart and eat the plastic. I don't want that happening. So hopefully this video gives you some ideas, and it's not super detailed about how each little piece went together, but it shows how it goes together, and it's just one design I think works out pretty good. And thanks for watching. Watch it to the end. You'll see the chickens going in there and checking it out. I think they like it. I went out there just a little while ago, and they seem pretty happy. The floor is warm. It's not too cold in there. And right now here in Maryland, it's probably, I think it's like 34 degrees right before Christmas. So, well, thanks for watching. And check out the channel for other videos. And that's about it. Thanks. Alright, there they are. And there's their food and their water and a nesting shelf. Oh, they're all coming in. A roosting pole up there. Okay. That. And take a look at it. And this is their run. They're going in there. Happy as can be.